There's more people on this side. More people. Wait. Some of you follow directions. Alright guys, so this is how it's gonna go. Like I just said, we will come out in the crowd and we'll ask you your question beforehand. If it's something that's already been asked, I will ask you to think of a different question. If you can't think of a different question, we will move on because we only have so much time and there's 8 people. I also ask that because there are 8 people on stage, try not to do single questions like make it more general for everybody so everyone gets a question and we're not just asking just like one person all the questions. That's a good question. I like how you had a question and I don't have an answer to your question. I know you're really excited. You're just like, me! Maybe her. Or the other person next to you. But not you. No, not you. Her. In the front row. In the front row, shark. Calm down. What's wrong with you? Bang, bang. You ain't gay or something. You ain't no gay. Red hair. Who's yelling outside? Run, 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 run! Why is your hand still up? That's not nice. You know I have the power to kick you out, right? But you flick me off, that's not cool. That's not very Christmas of you, is it? No. Again? That's really not smart. Why are you filming? Why are you doing this? It's not time for film. I'm not famous. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I'm gonna come to this side. I'm hanging out too much with you guys. People flick me off. Or you ask why, but you flick me off. And you're like, why don't you hang out with me? I wonder. I like your cat. Oh, there's somebody backstage. I can hear him talking because the mic is on, and it's really funny. So I'm going to talk over him so you...
Why, God? Why?
You have angered the tech gods.
Seems fair. Seems fair.
Doom, doom. We're good to go. I like your cat. Oh, we're good. Are they ready to be introduced? Awesome sauce. So, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for the Voice Actor Panel 2018 Holiday Matsuri? We have a lot of great voice actors here this year. There's 8, so that's a lot. So my name's Chuck, Greg Jessica Crouchy. My co-host is CJ. Hi. 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 Say hi to the people. Don't say hi to me, say hi to them. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Don't be shy. We have a microphone. Just go on. Just keep going. You and the other girl should hang out. I swear. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start introducing our voice actors. They say we're ready. So, in no particular order, I don't see anybody. They're coming. The voice actors are coming. They're coming right now so they can hear you, so let's try it again. The voice actors are coming! Alrighty. So, I'm gonna look to see if I have a thumbs up. Okay, so we do have a particular order. Hold on. First, I have Brittany Karbowski. Next, Keith Silverstein. That's not course, last but certainly not least, Jennifer Hayes! Give it up for your wonderful voice actors! There we go, very nice, very nice. It's like an NBA team over here. All right, so we already have some... Oh, no, I'm not. Don't put me on a basketball court. We only have 3 mics per table, so yeah. Sharing is caring. It's Christmas time. I know we already have some pre-screened questions. CJ? Questions? Yes, questions.
I have to read my own handwriting. Oh, God. Anne asks, what is your favorite? You have to do it in Anne's voice.
Could you please voice your favorite?
That's Jennifer. Can you do Anne's voice, please?
No need to slate, just go into it. You want me to tell you who I'm represented by? Who's your favorite fictional... imitate your favorite fictional character. Any type. Just your favorite fictional character in the multiverse.
Okay. I'm not starting.
My favorite fictional character is someone with gigantic hands and a brilliant mind.
No, Tilly, this is my papa.
Stop it, Beavis.
I don't know if I have a favorite fictional character, but I like doing his voice.
My favorite fictional character always makes sure to do the right thing. But none of you get that because I'm way too freaking old. So that's the problem, sorry.
This is one of mine, let's see. There's many, but
Daddy, I want to be a Powerpuff Girl, but they said I couldn't. They said I couldn't.
Do we have the next question? TJ.
That's me. I am CJ. That is what it says.
Jennifer's not amused.
Your next challenge is to ask the question on 1 foot. Cynthia asks, what advice do you have for up-and-comer voice actors? Good mic placement. Thank you.
well, go ahead, and then no, all right. All right, you ready? Nothing is personal. Your failures or your successes. Is that me? What's going on? This one. All right, you ready? Nothing's personal. Be a professional. Walk in that room ready to solve a problem. The audition is the job. If you're going to be a voice actor, you need to take acting lessons, like full-on acting lessons. You need to do improv. You need to take either operatic or Broadway belt singing lessons to strengthen your voice. Show up on time. Leave the room powerfully. Be done with your audition when you're done. Have a good time. Nothing in this world is about you. You are entitled to nothing. Be in it because you love it. Find a way to make some cash on the side when you need to that you're not miserable with. And just be a decent human being.
If you do get the audition, your dream audition, I would say that you should bring something to the table that's uniquely you. Don't go in and imitate maybe your favorite voice actor, because if if they want to have Johnny Young Bosch, they're going to hire Johnny Young Bosch. So come and bring something that only you can bring to the table, I would say.
That's a great point. And to add to that, I would say every day practice being cool with, get solid with yourself as a human being. Like, identify your insecurities and own them. Don't live in them and get lost in them. Don't pretend like they're not there. Take them on and heal them. And use every day and every opportunity as a way to heal yourself as a human being and level yourself up as a human being. Not in what you have, what you do, what anybody else thinks of you. It's just who you are as a human being.
And don't call voice actors on a Friday morning as he's getting ready to go to the airport and he's packing up his stuff, and then breathe heavily into the phone, and when he says, "Hey, who is this?"
you just kind of giggle and then hang up and then call again because then I'm looking out my window and I'm like, did that come from the neighbor or was that guy down the street? And then when I see you across the way in a hooded garb and you're looking at me and you do this thing to me, I get real scared. Todd, that was one time. That was memorable.
Sorry, I'll never do that again, Todd.
And we were all stacked up in like a giant suit.
I was like, why does it say Nathan Sharp Tour Bus on the side? He's trying to throw me off.
It was your surprise party. We thought you'd like it.
Alright guys, if you guys still have a question, please raise your hand so we can come to you and get your question beforehand. Go ahead and ask the next question, CJ.
I'm awaiting my next challenge.
Oh, there you are. You must not make eye contact with any of us as you read this next question.
Also ask it in a different language.
Punishable by beheading.
Okay, at least I know the consequences. Dylan would like to know, what is your favorite Overwatch shipping?
Boy, oh boy.
And would you like to make it canon?
Why don't the non-Overwatch people answer that?
I don't know like what the popular ships are, so I just going completely random here. I have to think about that for a second. Roadhog and Junkrat.
I guess Roadhog and anyone, really. That's hot.
I'm gonna say Torbjorn and Bastion. Is that controversial? Is that a...
Yeah, their children are gonna have crazy turrets.
Well, I think that Farah has always had a thing for German doctors. But I think that lately there's been a new cowboy in town, so there might be a new complication to this ship, right?
Like I said, it's my turn now.
Alright guys, Michaela asked, what is the best way to eat a taco?
With
To eat a taco with your
Nutella.
mouth.
Straight.
The other way
just
hurts.
Just like straight in the middle. Like this, like a sandwich. Like don't start from either side. Just be an abomination to God.
Dump the contents into your mouth from the shell.
Take one bite, let it fall apart, and then use a fork.
Next question, CJ.
Hold on. Give me these questions. All right, we got handwriting. Okay, we got Jay. Fortnite booth experience? Who? Favorite booth experience. That's what you meant to say. We're gonna go Jen Hale. What's your favorite booth experience? In all your years and everything that you've done and the decade that we've known Jen Hale.
There's so many. What immediately comes to mind is any number of animated shows where I've been in the booth with like Rob Paulson, and Jeff Bennett, and Dee Baker, and Greg Delisle, and inevitably somebody will say something right before a take where we're all about to bust out laughing, and we all literally have our hands over our mouths, and we can't make a sound because we will get in so much trouble with the director. And then as soon as it's done, we all bust out laughing. It's pretty much like a kindergarten class.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Brittany, I have a question for you. Now that you are a new parent, does it influence the projects that you take? Do you want to take things you're like, I want my kid to watch this one day? Or do you go hardcore and you're like, I want to make them grow up and they're going to watch these things?
She's only 4, so I only let her watch like Monster Hunter stories and bits of fairy tale that don't have other things in them. I do a lot of lewd anime. She can't watch it.
How many of you guys out here have seen pretty lewd anime? What's the title we should be watching? Wait a minute, right over here. What's the title we should be checking out?
Like as in lewd anime?
Absolutely, lewdanime.com. What's the top hit?
Oh my god, 7 Mortal Sins. That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
What's your top sin of this last month?
Oh god. Greed, I guess.
Greed?
Yeah.
How many pop figures did you buy?
I'm currently working, dude, okay?
Okay, all right, I'll come back to you. Okay, Keith Silverstein is a man that you guys know and love because if you get frustrated at first-person shooters like I do, you've heard his voice a lot, right? And you've heard him in what other show? Miraculous Ladybug? Now, even though he's a villain, what do you love most about his character?
I think he gets into detailed things about his character a lot.
He likes to monologue a lot.
Yes.
Very nice. Now, Keith, in your life, do you get to activate villain mode with your kids? I mean, do they look at you as a villain sometimes? What's the most villainy thing you do to your kids?
I beat them on. No.
That's been recorded.
That's pretty bad, boys.
So
Take them away.
his kids are about to go up for foster adoption, so be clearing your homes if you want new kids.
I do sometimes. I've had a number of times where I'm reading a bedtime story, and the villain voice, I get too into it, and I'm actually told to tone it down by my 3-year-old.
The FCC of your family comes in and says, hey, Keith, let's keep it down.
Can you just tone that down? Like, I can't even sleep in the other room. I'm having nightmares.
I didn't even know a 3-year-old knew what toning it down was. That's incredible.
Now, Nathan, I have a question for you. You do many things. You do music, obviously, like Zach. You do music. You also do acting, etc. If you wake up in the morning, what's your perfect morning out of those two? Do you want to mix both, or do you have one love over the other?
Sorry, the caffeine hasn't kicked in yet, and things got really intense. Yeah, I'm trying to process it.
Sure.
Well, my perfect morning is eggs Benedict over medium, some avocado, and maybe a nice Bloody Mary.
That's code for writing a song. Okay, keep going.
Yes, and then I panic when I'm thrown on the spot, and then come up with nothing funny to say.
Right, no, that's okay. That's okay. I thought the clues would be a stage with lights and a microphone. But we still love Nathan, right? Well, how many people, what's your favorite song of Nathan's? Does anyone have a favorite song? Gail, what's your favorite song that he does?
Snow Fairy.
Snow Fairy. Hit it! No, I'm kidding.
And how funny, we had that queued up. Like that was planned.
Glitter falls down, the table flies away. How long have you been a fan of Nathan?
Since his fairy tale cover.
Oh, right on, fairy tale cover. Thank you. Very nice. How many people love universes? How many people love Stevens? How many people love them put together? You love them put together. Okay. What's your favorite Steven Universe episode and why?
I don't really have a favorite.
Because you love them all. Do you like sex here?
It's animated.
It's animated. Zach, what was your very first acting job?
Oh, Lord. Okay, so I did some plays in Missouri, but my very first, paid gig was a Schnucks grocery store commercial in St. Louis.
Schnucks grocery store?
Our local grocery store is called Schnucks.
Were you scared, or was your dad really elated and excited for you?
Schnucks. What's that?
Was your dad super...
Oh, of course. He's always been very supportive of it. And I'd never been on a real... Guys, are we still on Schnucks? It's called Schnucks.
They're the Schnucks. Piggly Wiggly in Alabama.
So, it's a grocery store. Their produce was as good, so we went to the other one, but I did do the commercial, so...
Did you get free produce?
Free
schnook produce?
I was 8 when I did that. And then, shortly thereafter, I booked a tiny role in a movie in Missouri and did a scene with Eric Roberts. And, fell in love with that. I'm like, Mom, I want to do this. She's like, well, we live in Missouri, so tough luck, kid. And then some acts of God occurred, and we ended up in California.
Right on.
So yeah, here I am.
Well, we're happy to have you. Thanks, man. This is a question for everybody up there. Were your parents supportive of you going down this road, or were your parents like mine? My mom was, I come from a very Asian family. They're like, son, why are you not doctor or lawyer? But for you guys, were your parents supportive of you going down this path?
I come from a theater family, so if I would have become a doctor or a lawyer, I probably would have been disowned.
Right, understood.
Mine were very supportive when I was a kid and sent me to all acting school, and then when I was going to college and I wanted a BFA in acting, that's when my mother suddenly had a heart attack and was like, "What are you doing? Law school!" And that I got the law school thing, and it was my dad who supported me continuing and getting a BFA, and he had to pay for it too, so.
My parents had no understanding of it whatsoever, but they were very supportive, and same like you. Basically, all the classes, everything. But then when I was seriously like, I think this is what I want to do, then it was like, we need to talk. There's so many options. You need something to fall back on. You got to have. So they didn't quite get it, but they were supportive. I'll give them credit for that for sure.
Good. Yeah, my parents were. Oh, go ahead. No, please go.
Fight over it. Fight! Nathan versus Brittany.
My parents were supportive, considering they kind of like ran me through everything else, like this club and that thing, and it was just like, oh, this is like something you don't suck at, so you should probably focus on that.
And then when you bought them their first house, they're like, "We're sorry, son."
Pretty much.
I used to laugh because I did a lot of musical theater before I started voice acting. And my parents were so supportive. Sometimes I'd feel bad for them. Like, my dad saw me in the Rocky Horror Show, but you just watch the wall because I was Janet and, like, you know, not dressed appropriately and such, and singing Touch It, Touch Me. And he was like, "You sang really good. The wall was pretty. It was a really pretty wall." But yeah, they were always really supportive of me. I was very lucky in that way.
Nice.
God, it's a mixed bag. My parents were academics. I have a couple of dads. My biological dad's a truck driver, but my scientists, everybody else. So acting, I kind of ended up at a fine arts high school because regular high school I was just not the kid for regular high school. And I found acting because I kind of had to survive. But my real love was rock and roll. I started singing in clubs when I was 15. But I made money at acting first, so that's where I ended up. And I do a business degree to keep my parents happy, and I actually use that quite a bit. But, you know, it was a mixed bag. They were supportive of the arts, but specifically they were kind of like, what? But I started supporting myself from a very young age with acting, so I attacked it like a business. So.
What's interesting for me is I feel like people in here. Oh, for me? Oh, no. No, basically, so, okay, a couple years ago, 2 years ago actually, how many people were at Liberty City Comic Con? Anybody? We had a fairy tale movie premiere there in Manhattan, and I called my mom. And I said, it was on my birthday, we're having a premiere, the big fairy tale movie's happening. And I go, "Mom, what are you doing right now?" She goes, "I'm sitting here watching NASCAR, son." Because my stepdad's a big NASCAR fan. And so I go, "Well, you realize your son, I know there's a lot of kids to take care of, I'm an only child. His movie is in theaters right now." And so begrudgingly, she got in the car and she went to go see the movie. And then you would think, what would happen after your mom goes and sees your movie? What happens the minute the credits are finished? What would you do as a mama?
Call your kid.
You call your kid. Guess what my mom did?
Went home.
She went home. And then I had to say, "Mom."